Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dom with Pie for Life Games, and I'm here with fellow co-captain of the team, Kyle Jones, who just got sixth place at the remote duel invitation extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
Yeah, not the invitational yet, but the extravaganza of this weekend. So obviously you did really well, Kyle. And what deck did you play?
Zoodiac Eldlich.
So your bread and butter deck for the past two formats. It's obviously been doing pretty well for you in tournaments you've been playing in.
Yeah.
So
Maybe next format I won't have to summon a Golden Lord.
yeah, we'll have to see. The ban list could probably drop any day now, so we want to get this profile out so you guys can see at least what he played. So let's go ahead and get right into the deck profile.
Yeah. So I wanted to play Eldlich because it just didn't. The combo mirrors just all felt like there wasn't really an advantage, and this had a really good virtual world matchup and just could ground pretty much everything but Drytron, which is falling out of favor. So for the Zoos, played the one Rat, one Whiptail, one Ram, one Bunny Blast, one Thoroughblade, then three Tenkies, and the Barrage. I feel like this is all pretty standard. You play the Rat so you can just send Bunny Blast and get follow-up, and everyone has their utility. Then Eldlich cards, you got your two Golden Lord, your three Eldlands, three Sanguine, three Conch, and then I needed to cut a card, so I did opt to go back down to two Arcaro. Didn't really miss it too much. You just have to be a bit more careful with how you manage your resources. But it was pretty good like this. Didn't miss it too much. It was fine for the mirrors that I played. For hand traps, which is why combo's pretty free, and although played more control than combo this weekend. 3 Ash, 3 Bell, and 3 Meister. These are just three of the most universally good ones, and Meister's pretty good against Virtual World. And with Drytron falling out, I was fine with more just Eversons. And I did want some very hateful targeted cards, so I made deck 3 Lancia because I expected just an insane amount of Virtual World, which I played a handful, and it was good. Plus, Lancia against most of the meta is at least an acceptable card for game 1. Obviously, you're going to take it out against Mirrors and a bunch of other decks, but against everything but Drytron, this card is at least acceptable if you draw it, and against Virtual World and the Bird deck, it's just a blowout. And then 3 Droll, which it's sort of the same boat as Lancia, where it's either really good against certain decks, like the Drytron deck, or it's at least acceptable versus everything like Virtual World. Maybe you cut them off from a Qinglong or a Lulu search, and that just gets there because they can't get to Chuche. And 3 Pot of Prosperity, this card's really insane. It's probably going to be in pretty much every deck list I play until further notice. Card makes every deck just feel way more consistent.
So anything that you would change in the main deck at this point?
No, it was all pretty perfect.
All right.
And then side deck, I cited 3 D-Shifter. So I never drew this except for being the 6th card today. But in testing, this card's insane. Shout out to Rahan or Diaz on the Duelist Academy Discord. I saw he posted his list from the Invitational, and I thought that was really cool. You can literally just have this against VW or Drytron and skip their turn. Then you just make a Zeus, banish all their resources, then it'll wear off by the time you flip your Eldlich cards on their turn. So it just felt like a really good generic hand trap that was able to just skip a lot of decks' turns, and really powerful. Like I said, amazing testing. Just didn't draw it this weekend, but I'm sure if I would have drawn it before the 6th card, it would have been nuts. It does suck that you have to see it before the 6th card because you can't use Spectator's cards in grave, and you don't want to lock yourself out of your Eldlich cards on their turn. And then I cited 3 droplets in case I saw a bunch of bird decks or Drytrons. Card was fine. It did its job. 3 Cosmics for Virtual World and Control decks. 3 Ice Dragons because I wanted some form of blowout for the mirror because I felt like my main deck was very mediocre against Eldlich mirrors. That was fine, but I wanted a blowout card that could end it, and it has a lot of other matchups good against. It's pretty good in playing into the board against Virtual World. And I tried some of them in a few other growing first cards, and I wasn't in love with any of them. And eventually just came to Torrential as another card you could use to play into the Drytron, or not Drytron. Oh god, this card's very average against Drytron. Into the Virtual World board. Sorry, I barely slept. I slept 3 hours and played this event. This card was just a fine going first card against a lot of decks. And you get sided going second against VW. It was really good. I didn't opt to play Nibiru anywhere because when testing against all the big decks, Virtual World and Drytron, unless their hands just average, below average, or you paired it with something else, it was just very, very underwhelming. Which is what led to like droplets being, I can draw this for 6 card against like a bird or an ultimate nest. Whereas like the nib just might not even get there. And I was also just fine with not having against Virtual World. Like I thought my matchup was just really good against Virtual World. And then extra deck we got Link Spider, Asa for the mirror match, Vampire Sucker, and Phoenix. Usually depending on matchups, if you're going blind for prosperity, you just banish these 3. Then obviously it'll vary what you keep depending on the matchup after you know. And then 2 Zoodiac Forbo, 1 Hammer Kong, 2 Tiger, 2 Chalk, 1 Dryden, 1 Vespianato, and 2 Zeus.
Alright, so you mentioned that you played a lot more control than you expected. So what were all your matchups for the event?
There was a Guru. There was the Numeron dude that got second, who was my loss. He rebooted me to death. And Duster Storm droplets me to death all 3 games. I was very sad and felt very violated. I played against a bunch of Virtual World. Sorry, I'm really tired. There was a Phantom Knight deck. I have it on my phone actually. I can pull this up. I was smart. I wrote things down. Eldlich mirror where I played Rohan, the Numeron dude that beat me, 3 VWs, a Paleo, the PK deck. Yeah.
Alright.
Also shout out to Pipe for Life and Noah for testing with me all week.
Alright. Well, congratulations again, Kyle, on getting your 6th place at the Extravaganza on very little sleep. So, thank you guys for watching this deck profile. Hopefully, by the time this gets uploaded, the ban list won't drop and change too much.
Also, shout out to our new teammate Sean for getting top 16-2 with Dragons.
Yep, hopefully we can get you guys that deck profile as soon as possible as well. Alright, so with that, again, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe for more future competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.